What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. How the heck is everybody doing today? Today I wanted to talk to you about the 5 things I love about my 2020 DRZ400SM. So the first thing I love about my 2020 DRZ is the comfortable riding position. As with most dual sports and supermotos, you get a very upright seating position, as you can see here. You're not putting any pressure on your arms or your joints or your elbows as you're riding. So it keeps it very, very comfortable as you go. You also can scoot back in the seat. I do have an aftermarket seat on here, which is the Seat Concept seat, which I highly recommend. It's very comfortable, but it's also a little bit wider in the back. So when you're riding longer distances, you can absolutely push your butt back a little bit more on the seat, get some more flat riding position, and really get in and settle in for a longer ride, which makes it very comfortable. But overall, definitely recommend the ergonomics and seating position of this bike. It's very, very great. The second thing I love about this bike is the simplicity and the maintenance. You can pretty much take any body panel off with 2 different size sockets, and it makes it really easy to work on this bike. Getting the exhaust off was incredibly simple. Putting the new Yoshimura on, there was like 2 header bolts, a single mid-frame bolt here, and then 1 hanging bracket on the back. So it made it incredibly simple. Even putting on this Moose Racing aftermarket rack was super, super easy, just with a few bolts. 4 bolts in total holds that entire rack on. So the maintenance on this bike is incredibly simple. So if you're having some sort of issue, it is carbureted. There's basically only like 2 things blocking the entire engine, no fairings. You can get in there and work on this bike very, very easy. The third thing I absolutely love about this bike is the aftermarket support. You can look on Revzilla, eBay, TST Industries, and numerous other websites, Amazon, and you can get aftermarket parts coming out your ears. So there is so many aftermarket parts for this bike. You'll never be short for customizing it to your exact needs and style. From anything from exhaust to pegs to grips to, you name it. There is so much headlights, there's so much aftermarket support for this bike that no matter where you look, you are able to customize this exactly to your needs. I'm actually working with a company. This is a little preview coming soon. We're gonna be doing a full wrap on this bike. I'm very excited for you guys to see the wrap. It is gonna be 100% Urban Moto customized. So I'm excited for you guys to see that, and that will be coming in the next few weeks. But again, there is so much aftermarket support from this. You can even get extended range gas tanks for an inexpensive price. Customized seats, obviously. You can see some of the modifications I've done to this bike. I've got foot pegs I'm going to install soon, but we've got the exhaust, the seat, the rear rack, the tie detail, the grips. We got the Acerbis hand guards on there, and we have the case savers on there as well. Not heavily modified, but definitely what I'm looking for this bike, and more to come, obviously, as I continue to ride and continue to change my riding style. There's just so many aftermarket parts you can get for this bike. The fourth thing I absolutely love about this DRZ400SM is actually not about the bike necessarily, but it's about the community. You can go on Facebook groups and forums and ask questions, and while some of those folks that you ask the questions to are a little, what's the word I'm looking for, maybe direct in their response, the community will always help you out to get an answer for your problem. This bike has basically been around for 20 years unchanged. So this is a 2020 with a carburetor. It came out with a carburetor in, I believe it was 99 or 2000 was the first iteration of the DRZ. The SM came a little bit after the E model and the S model, I believe. But the SM came a little bit further down the line and basically unchanged, 17-inch wheels. So it's a very, very cool looking bike. I love the supermoto styling of it. The community is always willing to help you out with whatever you need, whatever problems you have, or you can find an answer out there. And like I said, they're incredibly easy to work on. So if you do have an issue, you can pop it apart and pop it back together in absolutely no time. And the fifth thing I love about this bike is the Hooligan Factor. So, it's not about really going out and riding wheelies up and down the street. Now, some people absolutely do that. But I love going off-road, on-road a little bit. I am looking for some different tires to have a little bit more off-road fun as well. A little bit, maybe like a 50-50. I do absolutely love the hooligan nature of this bike. As you can see here, So you can take this bike places where you wouldn't want to take a sport bike or a cruiser naturally. You can take this thing absolutely off-road 100%, and it'll be perfectly fine. It has a lot of suspension travel. You can see how much clearance is underneath the engine. I believe it's something like, 11 inches of ground clearance. I'll put the exact number right here, but it is a terrific platform for both on-road and off-road. But the Hooligan Factor can't be denied. You can make them incredibly loud. You can pretty much stunt the hell out of these bikes. They're made for whatever you want to do with them, and they're going to be bulletproof. You can do whatever the heck you want. Wheelies all day long, stoppies all day long, but definitely get the rubber to support the type of riding you're doing, and make sure you have the skill set to also do the type of riding you want to do. So practice, practice, practice. But those are the 5 things I absolutely love about my DRZ400SM, and would I recommend a DRZ400SM to somebody looking for a supermoto bike? I think I would, yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of different options out there. Personally, I went with this. You couldn't beat the price, you can't beat the aftermarket support, and you can't beat the reliability. The other bikes that are out there, the KTMs, the Kawasaki's, the new Kawasaki KLX Supermoto, the Husqvarnas, you know, all those different bikes that are supermotos out there, they're going to have a little bit more reliability challenges. Now, you do have the new Honda 450 RL, I believe, and that I would love to try out. That looks like a really cool bike. I think that the DRZ is going to give you the best bang for your buck and have the most aftermarket support. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell to get notified when more videos come out. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you in the next video. Later.